Hey, good morning guys, it's your coach, friend, and mentor. It's Tuesday morning, 9/11. I'm going on little to no sleep, but I figured I'd get on video just to kind of share some of my thoughts, let you guys know what I'm doing. Let me know that even I need accountability sometimes. So I got up this morning, well, first of all, Malik's been a little bit sick, and my in-laws have been a little bit sick. So Malik was up at like 2:33, so he just wanted me to like have my hand on his back and have a rag on his face, or a cold rag on his forehead. So I got a little sleep, and I woke up with a bad cough. And so I got into my challenge groups this morning when my alarm went off at 4 o'clock, and I was like, not feeling so well, but I'm gonna rest a little bit and hit my workout a little bit later. And you know, even my challenge group is like, hey, you don't need to be recovering from a cold and from a workout. So got me thinking. I didn't do my Sean Week workout today. I've drinking plenty of water this morning. And the other thing that I did is I did do a little bit, like when I work out, when I get my body moving, I feel better. So I used my bands. I brought my bands with a door attachment, and I did a little bit of physical therapy for my biceps, which I had a procedure done on in January. So I just did like 20 minutes of light physical therapy on my arms, and that's it. So I want you guys to know that it's important to rest, drink lots of water, and don't push yourself when you're sick, so that you can heal and become better. So with that being said, there's some things that I wanted to share with you guys, just some quick thoughts. I'll make it really quick. I've been thinking about it. You guys have seen, people are like, you're still on vacation. I see these comments, you're still on vacation. Did you move to Maui? What's going on? And it's kind of hard to put into words what it's like to have complete time freedom doing something that I absolutely love. So we've been in Maui for almost a month, and I've met some of the most incredible people, new friends, both in person and at the church, as we found our church here, and online even still as I continue to work. And I share with people how we can help them get in the best shape of their lives and live a healthier, more fulfilling lifestyle. And I get asked all kinds of questions. I probably answer anywhere between, it depends, 50 to 100 messages every single day via email, Facebook, and other platforms like that. And one of the questions that I'm always asked is a question like this: what is your number one tip to always staying healthy for the long run, for like the long haul? How do you get disciplined to stay healthy for the long run? And how do I build a business? Those are the two things that people always ask me about. So I feel like everybody, as they ask these questions, is looking for the one answer, that's looking for the miracle that is going to change their life, their health, their outlook on their life, or their business. And guys, my answer is always, don't look for a miracle. You've got to be somebody's miracle, and you have to do it today. There's no amount of studying, planning, researching that's going to make you be a miracle for somebody. It's the act of going out and changing somebody's life. So you have to do it today. So my challenge to each of you guys watch this video today is to find somebody and be the answer to their prayers. And this is kind of what Oprah, yesterday we had the opportunity to go to Oprah Winfrey Live here in Maui. And it's kind of what she talked about at the end, is she was talking about legacy, and when she sat with Maya and was asking, like, what's my legacy gonna be? And she said, you have no idea what your legacy will be. And she's like, no, what's my legacy gonna be? And she says, you have no idea what your legacy is going to be. And the reason is because your legacy is every single interaction you have, every smile you give to somebody, every handshake you do, every friendly nod or friendly look that you give at the grocery store is a part of your legacy, because what you do will impact that person's life, and you don't know what that person is going to do with that interaction with you. So you got to find somebody and be the answer to their prayers. And this can happen simply by being a friend. It can happen by reaching out to somebody and being a listening ear. One of the things I loved from Oprah yesterday, one of my biggest takeaways, is when couples are arguing or fighting, and when you have those up and downs, or in business when you're having these things, what do you call them, choques in Spanish, when you're headbutting or whatever it is in anything, it's always that the person, it's not usually about what you guys are fighting about. You just don't feel like you're heard. So it's kind of funny, I made dinner yesterday for the family and the kids, and Oprah talked about one moment she had with her husband when she made this great hot meal, and they got in a fight later because the spouse didn't come and enjoy that, and she spent all that time. So the fight was nothing about what the fight was about. It was that she didn't feel valued for what she was doing. So with what I learned from Oprah yesterday is people want to be heard. So she shared with us yesterday about our intentions, and what we do comes back to us in this life. And our legacy is every single interaction that we make every single day, because we don't know how that person will change because of an interaction with us. So you must become selfless, less selfish and more selfless. It's important that you have your own goals, your own vision. But every interaction, what goes around comes around. What you put out into the world comes back to you. So you've got to remember that. And even though you're going after your goals, you have to selflessly serve other people. Your legacy is going to be every interaction that you make every single day, because you don't know how that will impact them, how it will impact the people that they impact. So, guys, when you reach out to others, when you lift out your hand and you raise somebody up, when you encourage those who are down, when you befriend the lonely, your breakthrough is going to come. That's when it's going to happen. And over the past 6 months to a year has been the hardest time of my life. I want you guys to know that. We don't need to be into details, but it's been some of the hardest times of my life. I've been the most broken. People that I love have been the most broken. And there's a scripture that says, pray for one another so that you may be healed. And one of our tests, I believe, that we must pass is to be good to others in the midst of our own storms and our own trials. So I've heard the saying, when everything comes against you, remember that airplanes, they take off against the wind, not with the wind. And these winds are not made to push you down, but they're made to lift you up. It's just like the same goes, you may have heard the analogy with the eagle. Next time you see an eagle or a bird flying, especially the eagle, because when an eagle faces the storm, he doesn't try to flap his wings frantically and try to fight his way through the rain and the winds and the storm. He simply stretches out his wings and he lets the strong winds lift him up until he comes up above and rises above the storm. So maybe you guys are struggling at home, maybe you're struggling in a relationship, maybe you're struggling with your business, maybe you're struggling with a medical problem and it's stressing you guys out. And you're flapping against the wind and frantically trying to fight this. Maybe you have other different dreams and aspirations, and like they seem so far off and so distant that it doesn't seem impossible. So you're frantically flapping your wings and fighting. My challenge to you guys is to let us be like an eagle and put our trust in God. Because when you can come to peace knowing that God is in control of the storm, those winds were not meant to push you down and to hold you back, but they're actually there to lift you up higher and higher. That's when you're going to be a blessing to other people. So I'm going to go back to the one quote that I said. It was, pray for one another that you may be healed. Okay? So pray for one another so that you may be healed. If you're going through a trial, serve somebody else. And guys, I want you guys to know that if you're going through a trial right now, or you just came out of one, or you're headed into one, I want you guys to know that your test in this life will become your testimony, and that testimony and that story is what's going to impact somebody else. So guys, if this helps you guys out in any way, please share it with somebody else. The world needs to hear this message. They need you. The world needs you to step up and be that person for other people. I love you guys. I hope you have an incredible rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.